Hello, everyone. It is that time of the week again. It is Friday, March 29th, 2019, here from Tokyo, Japan. Roger Ver, CEO of Bitcoin.com, as usual. Corbin Fraser,
back again,
as usual.
Yeah.
A new special guest. You have quite a few hats that you can, with really impressive titles. How many of them are you willing to say on camera today?
The two important ones.
Okay.
My
Adam
name's-
Traidman.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm the CEO of BRD, formerly known as Bread Wallet, and also recently the CEO of SBI Mining Chip, which is a new company launched by SBI in Japan focused on crypto mining.
I think if you're willing to tell us a bit more, I think this is a really, really big deal. Like SBI is a giant, giant company in Japan that people outside Japan might not realize or appreciate just how big of a deal SBI is. But tell us a little bit more if you don't mind.
Sure, yeah, and actually, you're right. A lot of folks back in the States especially don't know too much about SBI, but one of Japan's largest investment banks, $5 to $10 billion in value. SBI is also one of the most active crypto investor funds that is out there. They have about $1 billion across multiple funds.
They might be the most active.
Yeah, right.
That might be number one in the world.
Yeah, they've invested in a lot of crypto companies all over the world, actually. And they really believe, from the CEO down, that the future of money is all about crypto. And unlike, I guess, the music and the record industry in general, the movie industry down in LA that got crippled by Apple, I think the smart banks, SBI being one of them, is trying to basically be proactive and adopt the technology so that they don't get left behind in the disruption.
Yeah, we had a great conversation with one of the guys from UBS as well at the Bitcoin Cash meetup this last Wednesday, and
cool.
he was saying
Do you know why he came?
What was that?
So I went to UBS, their headquarters, and they had their UBS executives from all over the world. We're here, I think it was Monday of this week, and I got to present Bitcoin Cash to all of them. I set them all up with Bitcoin Cash wallets. I gave it all them some. Because it's one thing to hear about it, it's another to see it in action. And once you see it in action and see how smooth it works, it's like,
That's cool.
This is the future of money.
Yeah,
So, and then he came to the meetup on his own time
great.
afterwards that week. So that guy was really excited about it. So.
That's cool. It is surprising. I mean, for those companies that have the most to lose, it's actually really surprising to see them embrace it. It's really the smart move. I mean, that's what I would do.
Otherwise,
as well.
you're going to be like the dinosaur that gets extinct. So you have to embrace the new technology, or you're going to be left behind.
Exactly.
Huge opportunities available there for traditional finance to look at how these instant settlement and being able to, I mean, still to this day, IBAN and SWIFT transfers, they suck.
Right.
They still suck. They're
Of course,
slow.
Absolutely. Yeah. Not to mention the Forex and how you get screwed on all that too.
Yeah,
right?
it's insanity. So I mean, there's huge opportunity there for
right.
traditional finance to look at Bitcoin Cash or any cryptocurrency and really kind of consider this as a huge move for them. Yeah.
Right. And so that's what SBI is doing. It's kind of building an ecosystem to power what they think is the future of money based on a variety of different crypto strategies. And part of that is to basically have a significant amount of mining for liquidity purposes and just to keep the industry healthy as well. And so SBI Mining Chip, this new entity, has entered into a relationship with one of America's largest semiconductor companies to build a next generation mining chips that are going to outperform a lot of what's out there today.
I feel like one of America's largest semiconductor manufacturers would really know what they're doing.
Right, there you go.
Yeah,
that is. Yeah, and these type of miners are not going to be the kind of sort of hobbyist miners that you get coming out of a lot of other places, but instead like enterprise, highly reliable, rack mountable, the whole nine yards. The kind of things that you see in like Facebook, Google, Apple data centers that power their backend, or AWS, that kind of thing.
Maybe made by the same sort of company that makes the servers that are Facebook, Apple.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So it's a significant investment for SBI, and it really sort of validates their belief in the future
How
of
much
crypto.
money do you think SBI has invested in the crypto space so far?
Oh gosh, amongst all of their venture capital type investments, I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm absolutely confident it's in the tens of millions, if not probably in the hundreds. They've got, like I said, like $1 billion to deploy, and a lot of which is deployed in that area. They've made a lot of really smart investments, and they're just trying to support the whole ecosystem. It's like you and I say all the time, it's a green field out there. Crypto, as big as it is today, it's only
just
touched
getting started.
just a tiny little fraction of the people that it could. And so there's so much room to innovate, and there's so many people left to touch that just to, like you do, build up that ecosystem in any way possible. Even competing investments is not a problem because we have so much great to do.
Yeah, I've told Adam a couple of times, like probably my biggest regret in investing in the crypto space is not making more competing investments. So like I had the opportunity to invest in Coinbase from day one, And I'm like, no, I already invested in blockchain. Like, I think people should have their, because I should have invested in both. And then I had the opportunity to invest in what used to be Bread Wallet, now BRD from day one. And like, I had already made a competing investment in another wallet, and I really regret not having done that. So well,
we really appreciate that you were still out there recommending Bread Wallet, even though you invested with our friends at Blockchain.
So I have Bread Wallet on my phone, and I
think you personally probably created more installs for us than almost anybody in the world. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and thank you for making an awesome open source wallet. Like, open source is awesome. So thank you for
you gotta have trust.
Yeah, something you guys were saying was that Bread is the grandfather of a lot of wallets. So a lot of people have taken that.
Yeah, being totally open source like that.
I mean, that's a huge move for a company to kind of make and share to the community and open this up to allow other developers to go and play around and learn and
So
grow.
I'm going to take this opportunity to plug another wallet out there that we were discussing. Is this a fork from the original Bread Wallet code? And we're not sure, but Monarch Wallet is a cool wallet out there that supports Bitcoin Cash, and lots more fun Bitcoin Cash related things are coming to that wallet soon. And it might possibly be a fork of Bread Wallet. I'm not sure, but
certainly possible.
But Monarch Wallet's a very, very nice looking wallet in its own right and works well, and I've used it as well. And I guess this is kind of the semi-official announcement on the channel. Like Bitcoin.com is going to be doing some additional collaboration with Monarch Wallet as well. So,
well, with that, I should probably go through the quick little summary of the what we're going to talk about in the upcoming show here. The big
and we're going to skip, there's a special giveaway. We're going to skip that. You'll have to look at another video with all the details of the fun stuff that we're going to give away. So free stuff just for watching our YouTube videos. But coming up on the show, Corbin.
So coming up on the show, we've got Cashshuffle launching on Electron Cash.
Not launching,
launched. Sorry, launched. It is launched. Sorry, I was actually playing with it all day yesterday.
It's so exciting.
It's pretty fun. MENU.CASH brings Bitcoin Cash payments to restaurants. And then lastly, we've got Simple Token SLP Explorer. Pretty exciting stuff. So let's kind of get to the chase. The first one, Cashshuffle launched, officially launched Electron Cash 4.0. So on Wednesday, Electron Cash lead developer Jonald Fyookball announced on the official Cashshuffle release that's available for Mac, Windows, the Linux, that Cashshuffle is officially live. The security audit was completed.
That's awesome.
Everything is ready to roll. You can start shuffling your coins now, and this is something only possible right now with Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize, like, every single exchange out there and just about every business, they're literally spying on everything you're doing using blockchain analytics on there. It's like companies like Bitfury, everybody knows that they're doing mining, but they have this other entire business portion called Crystal, I think, or Prism, I forget which, where they're busy spying on everybody's transactions and then selling your data. These Bitcoins came from this address and went to that group and this and that, and like spying on everything you're doing. Stop the spying, right?
Wasn't Prism the name of that big NSA thing?
Yeah.
Did they choose that name by accident?
It might be Crystal. I forget which. It's one of the two, but like they literally have an office in Washington, D.C. on Pennsylvania Avenue, the same street as the White House. Like,
they're next door neighbors.
They're in bed with the government helping people spy on you. And you ask yourself, like, why would they want to limit the block size? It makes it easier for them to spy on everybody, and it makes it harder for cryptocurrencies to become currencies for the world. So, man, like, if you're a fan of Edward Snowden and you're not a fan of the NSA, you should absolutely love Cashshuffle and Bitcoin Cash, and you should be super skeptical of companies like Bitfury that are like literally selling your data to people so they can spy on you, while at the same time advocating against the tools that would make it easier for you to have more privacy with your cryptocurrency. So
Roger, once wallets have this capability built in, how do you feel about the financial privacy of BCH with the shuffling versus something like Monero or Zcash?
Once you have a big enough group of shufflers on Bitcoin Cash, the privacy level is very similar with Monero and Zcash, which, like, that's great. That's a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
And a really fun thing, though, too, is the privacy is kind of optional at this point. So a lot of regulators are terrified of Monero or Zcash or coins with privacy built in at the protocol level.
Right.
So they threaten to ban, like in Japan, technically none of the exchanges are allowed to list any of the privacy coins. You're not allowed to list Monero or Zcash or Zcoin or any of these in Japan because of the privacy aspects. But by doing it not at the protocol level, but just above, on a layer above, you don't run into any of those regulatory issues or bannings that are happening.
See, that would have been like if the U.S. government tried to shut down the web instead of shutting down the sites that were doing something illegal using the web, right?
Big difference.
They could never shut down the web, right?
Big difference,
So this solves that problem, and it'll make BCH stronger.
And you can solve it today by going to Cashshuffle.com. And again, it's available in the Electron Cash wallet, but it's coming very, very soon to the Bitcoin.com wallet with we're we're about to hit 4 million wallets created on our platform. That's a lot of wallets. So there'll be a lot of cash shuffling happening once.
Yeah, so we should maybe give a huge shout out to Jonald Fyookball, Josh Ellithorpe.
Josh Ellithorpe as well. Yeah,
who else was working on there? There was countless
a bunch
people,
of guys. There was this Telegram group where they were busy on it for weeks or
Non-stop.
months. Yeah. So anyhow, I'm a giant fan. If you want to shuffle your coins with mine, join the Cashshuffle wallet today.
I saw it happening like an hour ago. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
a real deal.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. Another thing, I guess we should promote. So our cashgames.bitcoin.com, a lot of people don't realize you can deposit instantly, withdraw instantly. There's no registration required whatsoever. The current jackpot is 10,000 Bitcoin Cash for slots. That's almost 1.7 million US dollars worth of Bitcoin Cash you can win just like that.
I know what we're going to be doing tonight, huh?
I hope a lot of other people do too. And the really fun part about it, you can deposit, play instantly, and win and withdraw instantly. If you win, fantastic. If the house wins, that's okay, because we're going to take that money, we're going to use it to spread these technologies that make the world a better place by bringing more economic freedom to the entire world. So it's a win-win situation no matter what when you play on cashgames.bitcoin.com. And we have an affiliate system. So if you want to earn money, just tell people about cashgames.bitcoin.com with your affiliate link, and we give you up to 25% of the house edge of people that come to the site from playing that. So it helps our SEO, it helps our revenue, it helps you earn money. It's a win-win situation. And most of all, it brings more economic freedom to the world, because that's what we're busy doing here at Bitcoin.com every day. So speaking of economic freedom,
yeah, SLP tokens. I've been kind of pushing them to be called simple tokens, but
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that too.
Yeah,
That
it's
makes
a
a lot of
little
sense.
easier. SLP. We got ERC20. That's already kind of complicated. It's
simple sounds simple. Yeah.
Simple sounds easy. Keep it simple, stupid. It's great.
You're a token fan, though, Adam. Tell us about your experience with tokens, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, BRD
You have a bunch
launched,
of them in BRD.
Yeah, well, I mean, mainly due to popular user demand, we added the ability to trade, gosh, probably over 100 now, and implemented it in a way where we can add tokens at any time without even doing software updates or anything like that.
Wow.
So, but we mainly add them by user demand, but we curate them to kind of mitigate scam issues.
Yeah.
Not judge them, but just to mitigate kind of scam issues and things of that sort. The BRD token we launched about, a year and a half ago now. And even though all tokens have suffered in price as the markets have suffered, once we started to add utility and our rewards program, which basically when you hold, it's a little bit different than like BNB on Binance. When you hold enough tokens, like staking them basically, you basically get free discounted or free trading.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
Which is actually shown to work really well, just like a mileage program, whereby when those people who join, like, say, a United Airlines mileage program end up spending more money because of the benefits, we're seeing that as well. And so it's pretty exciting for us, because it also gives us a way to have these users basically the freedom to trade and to do so at little to no cost, simply because they're in our ecosystem. And it's not like they have to cash in those tokens with BNB. They literally just have to hold them, and they retain that value, right? And then, of course, as more people hold them, supply goes down, or
price goes up.
Price goes up, and so they kind of get to double dip a little bit, right? They get double that benefit as well. So I think it's a much fairer way than just having the equivalent of coupons, which is like what a BNB token might be to use against the cost of trading or something.
So if
like
you
that.
haven't, and one other question for you: do you have a hard time not calling it bread wallet?
Oh, I like
out
that
of
it's
habit?
called bread. It's called
Okay.
bread. But you see
For the old timers, we all remembered it being bread wallet.
You see BRD though, and I gotta admit, some people say bird. So
Bird? Oh, yeah.
that's the
I can
bird
see how
wallet.
they
But anyway, we say bread. We say bread. But actually, today in the app,
Bird isn't bad, right? Fast like a bird, right? Yeah, it can go anywhere.
they fly. Right? But today in the app though, you can trade any supported cryptocurrency or token for any other supported cryptocurrency or token with no KYC and no limits.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, so that, I mean, not a lot of people actually know that, but you can actually do that right now.
And I heard a rumor, and I'm definitely requesting it. When can we buy Bitcoin Cash in the BRD wallet?
Well, the good news is it's already built.
It's already built. Okay.
The good news is it's already built.
Just needs to be deployed.
That's
so.
right. That's right.
And the other thing I think I heard is that tokens are added based on user demand. Is that right?
That's right. We do everything in our app based on user demand. I mean, we believe in listening.
We have a small demand for you there.
Yeah, well, I love it, and I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's simple tokens.
We're here to serve our customers.
That's
really.
Exactly right. Like that, at the end of the day, we have to build useful things if we want people to use it.
Exactly.
Fast, easy, cheap, reliable products, that's what we're all about building.
So we should mention the SLP Token Explorer just launched, and the transaction volume of SLP tokens is on the rise. So this new Simple Ledger Protocol Explorer, it just launched. You can visit it at simpleledger.info. They've been naming it Token DB.
blockchain.info.
Yeah. And it provides a look into the growth of the coin creation over the previous months. You can see which SLP tokens are seeing the most transactions, the most addresses used. You get a great little overall kind of summary of how the Simple Token ecosystem has
Somebody
kind of been growing.
sent me a gun recently. Did I tell you that?
No.
What? Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah.
Is that
here
legal?
in Japan, they sent me a gun.
I thought that's highly illegal.
It was the GUN token on the Simple Ledger Protocol.
That's
I have a gun
that's
token
bad.
from Japan.
Dude, you got us there. You got us.
So
So if you want a gun too, make sure you get the Badger wallet.
Roger's giving guns away. Roger's giving guns
I'll
away.
give my gun away. Post your SLP address
Oh, boy. I hear sirens
in the
outside.
comments, and I'll send you a gun from Japan.
I want to see Roger start giving out explosions. Yeah.
Maybe I'll make an explosive token and we can sell those too.
There we go.
Good
There we go.
idea.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so SLP transaction volume is also growing with 459 transactions accounted for just
On a
on March
single day.
18th. Yeah, on a single
cool.
day.
That's a lot.
So yeah, some beta testing for an iOS mobile wallet specifically designed for SLP-based coins is also in the works, which we've been seeing demoed around here in the office. I don't know if you had a chance to see it.
I did, actually.
Yeah,
I saw it over there a little while ago.
Kind of interesting.
What do you guys think are the most exciting tokens that you're starting to see on here?
I think ACD, which is part of ANA Group, like the airline, biggest airline in all of Japan.
Is that public news?
Yeah, that's public. Their token is on Bitcoin Cash.
That's huge. I mean, All Nippon Airways is literally the largest airline in Japan.
Yeah.
So seeing these big organizations look at, you know, in that big crazy bull run, we saw a lot of people just jumping onto the ERC20 tokens and just creating a token. It was the flavor of the week kind of thing.
Right.
But I think now that these companies are kind of expected to deliver a product, they're realizing, okay, they're hitting some scaling issues, and there is some concern over the cost per transaction. And,
Right.
and,
Absolutely.
and some of the features that they may have promised their investors are a little bit harder to pull off on Ethereum than they are
with a simple
token
protocol.
So I think, you know, seeing people jump ship like that, it really, in my opinion, it's a really optimistic kind of viewpoint on the way that SLP has kind of built itself out to be. I mean, Bitcoin Cash built itself out to be a cash layer first, and then the tokens were added. Whereas I think Ethereum, the whole idea was it's a completely different idea.
That's right.
But it's really I would say it's a bullish signal on my end. It very much gets me excited seeing all of the development and seeing this crazy Bitcoin Cash community all kind of gather around Simple Ledger tokens and, you know, creating little goofy tokens, but also seeing some actual businesses come in and say, maybe it's time we start looking where there's some room on the blocks where we don't have to worry about fees, where someone can
you don't have to worry about a bunch of idiot developers saying we want high fees. We can't wait for the blocks to be full and have $1,000 transaction fees. Like,
I think
no one's going to use your product.
Yeah, the pro-business mentality that surrounds the Bitcoin Cash community is probably one of the strongest in all of the cryptocurrencies out there.
And we're seeing it here in Japan. There are more businesses that accept Bitcoin Cash than accept BTC, like by far at this point. I think.
That is absolutely the case. Every time I walk around Tokyo and I see one of those signs, I'm like, Roger was here. but then I learned that it actually wasn't you.
Yeah.
Actually, and that's what's so powerful.
Sometimes it is, though. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is Roger saying, like,
Roger
hey.
just doesn't remember being there.
So when the camera's off, when the camera's done recording, I'll tell you about one of the latest places to start accepting Bitcoin Cash that we were at last Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's a bar in the beginning, and then later into the night, it turns into something more interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Next up, we've got MENU.CASH. So this creates a table-specific payments with Bitcoin Cash. It's kind of allows any restaurant owner to allow users to pay for items on their menu using Bitcoin Cash.
That's awesome.
So it's a kind of a simple little startup that a small group of developers started working on. It's this new Bitcoin Cash application enables customers to order menu items with their phone, pay with an integrated point-of-sale system. The menus are tied to table-specific QR codes, so the idea is every restaurant would print off these QR codes, probably stick them on their table.
So you don't have to wait for the waitress to get the check anymore.
You can just start paying. You know, you can fill up your table with a round of drinks and pay right away. And the idea is that it hopefully will offload some of the need for additional staffing on crazy busy nights. This would be great for football game nights and things like that. So interested establishments can create an account using a valid email from the MENU.CASH sign-up page. Cool. A bunch more details there if you visit MENU.CASH. And of course, we've got an article written about it on news.bitcoin.com.
Yeah, make sure you visit news.bitcoin.com for all your latest, Bitcoin Cash and crypto coin news.
Yeah.
So we have a whole fantastic team of writers over there. So, Peaceful Warrior. You ever heard of them, Adam?
You know, I have admired some of the jewelry and other things that I've seen at various BCH meetups, and I'm wondering if they came through this.
They did, I think, actually.
Yeah, well, that's what, now that, seeing who's involved in these things, I'm thinking that it reminds me of like Etsy, right? Effectively.
Yeah.
Right?
And I got to just give extra special thanks to like Akane, because of the 3 women that are involved with peacefulwarrior.cash, which they have a new online shop selling hand-picked products from small, unique merchants around the world. But like, I know Akane the best. She is just a dynamo of energy and getting stuff done.
She's
and
amazing.
Yeah, amazing. So like the restaurants and stuff that are accepting Bitcoin Cash here in Tokyo that you think Roger's been here, no, Akane's been there.
I always think of her as like the female version of you in terms of the evangelism.
I think she might be even better than me. Well, she's definitely better looking than I am. So.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but
Yeah, so thank you, Akane, for doing such an awesome job with all that.
So Akane is one of the meetup specialists.
She was the event planner for the first restaurant in all of Japan to start accepting Bitcoin way back in like 2013 or 14, I think it was. Yeah. So, and she's just awesome on every account. So.
Yeah, and if you're
we'll have her on the show again soon.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're interested in joining a meetup, visit the Tokyo one. She's hosting them every Wednesday. They travel all around the Tokyo area. We visit all the different places that are accepting
visit a
Bitcoin
meetup
Cash.
in your town, and if there isn't one, start it already. And if you need some funds, it's $25 a year. Bitcoin.com will pay for it to start a local Bitcoin Cash meetup where you're at. So no problem at all. And we'll send you a bunch of swag too if you'd like. So.
Yeah, and make sure to go visit peacefulwarrior.cash
to buy your beautiful hand-picked products from small, unique merchants around the world. So, EATBCH, there's South Sudan and Venezuela. They surpassed $10,000, I assume, in donations.
Yeah, 10,000 US.
So
awesome.
Take it away, Adam.
No, that's really impressive. I mean, to see philanthropic causes like this be successful, not to mention the fact that if people are making small payments, when fees are high, it disincentivizes them to even do something like this, right? But to see things like this is really, really, I mean, gosh, I don't even see this kind of stuff.
Helping people who need it.
I don't see this kind of stuff in Bitcoin anymore. Why
all
don't
the people that cared about it went to Bitcoin Cash or Dash or some other altcoin or Ethereum or
Have you seen this in news coming out of Venezuela? I mean, it's
all Dash
really
and Bitcoin Cash down there.
No, I mean, but for the people
helping the people. Yeah, they're having
it's a really difficult situation down there right now.
They're having to eat zoo animals. That's how difficult it is.
Yeah, it's kind of wild down there. I think the exciting thing is that we're seeing these amazing little charities pop up that are enabling Bitcoin Cash and its users to go and support and help some of these people to get out of poverty, get out of this situation they're in, and hopefully learn a little bit more about what is sound money.
It reinforces the entire vision of why we're here, which is to empower financial freedom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Exciting thing with this charity in particular, it looks like they're actually hosting BCH meetups in Venezuela and teaching local students the use of this money and how to improve their lives, not only for feeding but also for trade and actually using it
That's great.
for money, which is very, very exciting.
Yep. And comments from last week, 4Deal says, thanks guys, thanks Roger, would love to see you here in Africa, man. I find it difficult to do business with the rest of the world. BCH is what we are waiting for. Like example of exactly what we were talking about. Nice Bitcoin Cash is for everyone to be able to do business with everyone else. So, and Patrick Bennick says, awesome news. Thank you, BCH, for the win.
I think we should maybe highlight one more product that we announced last week was the local.bitcoin.com.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this.
I think
what is this about?
Oh, you didn't hear?
I didn't.
Yeah, we need to get the news. So you're familiar with localbitcoin.com. Did you hear the news about them recently?
Local Bitcoins?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
What was that news?
I heard that they had some serious issues. They got a bunch of money stolen, is that right?
Oh, did they?
I missed that part of the news.
Okay.
Yeah. They recently added KYC
to everything.
So the whole idea.
Wait a minute. Doesn't that sort of take the fun out of it?
It does. I mean, the whole idea of OTC was basically the idea of like being able to trade.
No. I was reading about an increase in fraud cases with them, where people are, I mean, because that's always been an issue for them, right?
Yeah.
People are getting literally held up. With
Yeah.
knife point.
Physical.
There were a rash of reports about like physical, sort of fraudulent.
Yeah, and kidnapping.
But they've always had that issue, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can imagine then that that's why regulators would want them to go KYC, but it's distributed. So how does that happen?
Well, it's not distributed. It's a custodial wallet, and localbitcoins.com is holding everybody's crypto.
Who was the regulatory agency who pushed
Norway.
this?
They're in Norway, and from the way the articles looked,
amazing.
it looked like Norway, which is part of the EU.
Yeah.
They're going to basically be like a partner in the business, and they're going to basically oversee every single transaction, get everybody's information, and this and that. Which every time you see,
sounds kind of like Venmo
Yeah.
or PayPal.
and so anytime you see a problem in the market, it's a business opportunity. So Bitcoin.com is seizing that opportunity.
Smart, good.
And we have good SEO too.
I see the angle now.
We're about to launch local.bitcoin.com.
Okay. So can I ask you the tough question? How are you going to avoid the problem that they ran into? Other than the fact that you don't really care about the Norwegian regulators.
Is this a lowball pitch? I think you don't know yet, actually. So, like,
I'm just,
local Bitcoin.
setting you up.
Yeah, thank you for this perfect setup. Localbitcoin.com. Localbitcoins.com is a custodial wallet where they're holding everybody's money.
Right.
We're setting up a custodian-less version where, let's say,
Decentralized? How did you come up with this great idea?
not quite as decentralized as we would like, but
Yeah,
pretty darn good. So, like, let's say you and I
cool.
want to make a trade.
Yeah.
I have Bitcoin Cash. You have a cow I want to buy, right?
Sure.
Or it can be for anything,
like
right?
last
It can be
weekend,
Venmo, PayPal, or a cow just like last weekend, right? So I put the Bitcoin Cash into this smart contract that then if both of us agree, the money
it's
can
like
go,
an
the
escrow
cash can
agent,
go to you.
basically.
But
Yep.
using data stick verify, which is this new thing that there was a bit of fighting with over at Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin.com, or anybody that at the time the smart contract is set up, you and I specify, can be the arbiter. But the arbiter can only send the funds to me or send the funds to you.
Right.
It cannot divert them to themselves.
Right.
It cannot divert them to anybody else at all.
Therefore, they're not a custodian.
Therefore, they're not.
Which is the key.
This is
Yeah.
the key.
So we never touched
Or
those-
is
that
not the
money.
key,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Right, yeah, exactly. They don't have a key. Let me make it clear.
Never, ever has the key. They are not the key.
Bad choice of words.
So it's a non-custodial escrow, which there needs to be a better word for that because it's never ever existed before.
And because the word escrow implies custody.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's actually
it's a non-custody
It's sort of
escrow.
like a decentralized escrow, right?
Yeah.
It's a non-custodial escrow service.
Yeah, so we're calling it self-custodial escrow so far, but like
Well, see, I like that even better because then the regulators aren't going to have any.
they'll have to go. Wait, there's more. So you and I
Okay,
are going to
Steve
sell this
Jobs,
cow
yeah.
like last week. We have all the keys and everything are generated in our browser.
Okay.
It's in your browser and my browser.
Right.
An encrypted chat session.
Okay.
Where the keys are to decrypt the chat are only in our browser.
Okay, cool.
When the trade is done and I get the cow and you get the Bitcoin Cash, the keys for the chat are deleted from the browser.
Oh, nice. And it's gone forever.
It's gone forever for the entire
Nice,
world.
nice,
Right? It's
nice.
gone.
Now, how do we escrow the cow?
We'll have to figure that part out next. So, but the neat part about, let's say there is a problem with the cow and you sold me a counterfeit cow, right?
Right.
This
Well,
was not a cow, it was a bull.
Yeah,
Right?
I told you it was sleeping. You took my word for it.
The way it works is we have to give permission for the arbiter to be able to read our chat. And if we don't give them permission and give them the keys to read the chat, they can never read it. So
I see. So they don't even have a. But what if I run away with your money and I gave you a dead cow?
you can't because I won't release you the money until I get the living cow.
Okay, perfect.
So, yeah.
Perfect.
So I'm sure there'll still be some problems with fraud that we'll try and work out there, but I think this is a really,
It's
really
really
powerful
exciting. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's surprising to me that local Bitcoins has avoided regulatory issues for this long.
Especially holding
with-
custody of the funds.
Right, and with
Yeah.
all the fraud issues that they had. And it was operating in the U.S., and that was, I think, one of their largest markets, at least in the early days.
So we're not
right?
operating anywhere. We're just providing, software that people can run in their browser and do what they want with it. So
Well, hey, man, enjoy the cow.
thank you. I appreciate
And
it.
huge shout out to Michael and all the devs that have been working on that project. It's been everyone's been working late nights
All of
and
us are excited
evenings and
about it. We
weekends trying
can't
to get
wait
it.
to
Yeah.
launch this.
That's really cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, and I guess to pump it a little bit more, any payment method anywhere in the world, so wire transfers, credit cards,
Line
PayPal,
Pay, you name
Venmo,
it.
Line Pay,
Yeah.
Alipay, WeChat Pay, anything, cash in the mail, cash at the Starbucks, you name it, anywhere, any country, anyhow, you can trade Bitcoin Cash with this platform without any KYC or AML being required from Bitcoin.com. Technically, please obey all the laws in your local jurisdiction, but Bitcoin.com has
read
no
the fine print
insight
here.
into what you're
Diplomatic
up
of you,
to.
Roger. Very diplomatic.
Yeah,
That's good.
our in-house legal counsel, Joseph, will be very happy that I clarified that.
So when are you going to be able to share with the audience the other cool thing you showed me an hour ago?
The gift cards?
Yeah.
we can talk about it now. So
well, I don't want to steal your thunder or anything. I just thought it was that good.
It is that good. So we have, I guess, a reason for every average Joe, certainly in America and soon the world, to want to use Bitcoin Cash. Available on Bitcoin Cash only. I guess I'll tease it with this. You can buy any kind of pizza for 10% off. Domino's, Papa John's, California Pizza Kitchen, and probably a couple of others, 10% off using Bitcoin Cash. And I guess we'll save that for
coming soon.
For next week. Coming very soon. Yeah, we're
really
excited
awesome
about
stuff.
that. So
that was really cool.
In fact, one of the guys off camera went and bought some more Bitcoin Cash specifically because he liked the site so much. So, yeah, and Uber Eats as well. I'm sure there's lots of pizza on Uber Eats there too. So.
Yeah, I think I just got an Uber gift card.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you might be buying more here.
I have a feeling you might be right.
So anyhow, I guess that's it for this show. Click to the other video to see the special giveaway we're doing, and we'll cover all that in a separate segment here.
Yeah. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.
And go and try and win that $1.6 million worth of Bitcoin Cash on cashgames.bitcoin.com.
Yeah.
Anonymously, right? And then when you win, deposit in your Cashshuffle wallet and shuffle that baby up right there, so nobody knows where the money went.
That money.
Add some fungibility to that. Exactly.
Awesome.
So, see everybody next week. Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks guys for the opportunity.
Thanks for joining us, Adam, with BRD.
Yeah.
Try out the BRD wallet as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Go visit BRD. It's amazing wallet, supports all the greatest cryptocurrencies.
Been around, launched 2014, was it?
2014, yeah.
Supports Bitcoin Cash, so it's always great.
Yeah. All right, take care. Thank you.
See you next week.
See you.